Hello and welcome. We believe that caregivers are superheroes. My name is Ruth Kirschner. I am a licensed clinical social worker and program manager for the National Family Caregiving Support Program of Montgomery County, Maryland. Today, I am joined by my colleague and artist in residence, Melissa Chutto.
Hello, Ruth. I'm so glad you're here with me today. Someone I love has recently been showing signs of cognitive decline, and I feel like we're in uncharted territory. Knowing how unsettling this is to her, I want her to still feel respected and maintain her dignity. So as a longtime professional artist, I want to know how we can make color work for us. And what I've learned is that as we age, time can change how we perceive and see color. And so I want to know from you how we can make color work for us. Now, when we were discussing red, I remember that you told me red had so much energy. It was like a bull charging a blanket, a red blanket. And now you're telling me that green does that, is stimulating, and it's like blue where it's relaxing. So how do I know when to use green?
I will tell you. Green, you said that blue was your favorite color. Well, I have to tell you, green is mine, because green does everything. Green is just one of the best colors in the world to use, especially with people who have cognitive loss. Think about it this way. You have a stoplight. Red means stop, yellow is pause, and green is go. So in our society today, the concept of green, even though I was telling you red is energizing, when you think of red for a stoplight, red is a negative. It's don't go, don't move. But when you think about it, red is also used in exit signs. So if there's a fire, where do you want to go? Out the exit, which is a bright red. Green is go on a stoplight. It's also go for getting yourself out and moving.
Wow. Wow. And it can also be relaxing, I guess, because it stimulates energy and it promotes relaxation. So if it does both of these things, how do I know when to use it?
It depends on the situation. As we've always said, every person that you meet is an individual. So based on their needs, think about green in a forest. Green is the color of grass growing. It's just all around us. It's all throughout nature, and nature is kind of a calming. Nature can be wild with thunderstorms, but it's also very calm and relaxing. And the green grass, the green meadows, when you think of that, it assists people in relaxation and calming. And just, again, when you look at things that are calming, hopefully you'll take deep breaths in, deep breaths out, which again reduces your blood pressure and helps you relax to help the person you're working with not be agitated or upset.
Interesting, because I can picture how green can do both things. I mean, even using it in paintings, I can see how green can be stimulating, and yet in paintings, in forests and grass, very relaxing to the eye as well. And so if a caregiver comes, is this another color that is a good possibility for them to wear when they're coming to visit?
It's one of my favorite colors. I highly recommend that all caregivers, when they call, when somebody says, I'd like to come over and visit Aunt Susie, you say, that'd be lovely. Bring a cup of tea, bring a Slurpee, bring a McDonald's milkshake. I'm not advertising anybody specific, but wear the color green. We talk about constantly, we are not, people who are caregivers, professionals who work with people who need caregiving, we don't come in with tools of the trade. We're not computer analysts, we don't do things like that. Our tool for the trade is our body. So what we're wearing, if we wear green, it's relaxing, it calms the client, the patient, the resident, whichever community member, it calms them down. I'm wearing a little bit of purple today, and again, that's a royal, it makes them relax, that I'm a special person coming to visit. The colors that you wear have meaning. And so when you come to visit somebody or you're caregiving for them day after day, it's important. I know one of the things we all do is, as women, as we're aging, so many times we wear all black.
Yes.
It's very fitting, it's very helpful to us, but it doesn't do anything for people who have cognitive loss. It doesn't give them a connection to you. If anything, it might make you meld into the chair you're sitting in. One of the other pieces that I think is so important about the color green is if you can do, when you type things up for people and you want them, they're still able to read, to put the font in the color green. Green is the last color you lose from vision.
Wow, I
So-
didn't know that.
Yes.
Very interesting. Very interesting. Wow. Ruth, I am really impressed with all this knowledge about green. I mean, all the ways you can use it, and the fact that this really makes a difference when people come to visit, that just what you're wearing can change a person's mood and the way they react to you. That's huge. But I know you, Ruth, and I know you got another trick up your sleeve. I know. And there's a little small way you can use green that's actually very helpful. Can you share that?
Yes. One of the things I've talked about, we talked about red. Red means get going and move, right? That you can get people going by wearing red shoes. If you also put green shoes on people, that's a little bit harder of a color to find, but that also will energize them. But the one place we really would like you to put green, you can use green duct tape, you can use green paint, you can use just green masking tape, is on the walker. The long paddle of walker. Remember, I showed people our red little Tweety bird that can attach to the walker. But if you use green on a walker, the studies have showed that people will use it and go longer distances.
Wow.
Because green is go.
Make some marathon runners out of those people,
Absolutely.
huh? It's never too late.
Senior
never
Olympics,
too late.
here they come.
So born out of green, yellow. Well, actually, green is born out of yellow. But yellow is the color of sunshine and happiness, right?
Absolutely.
So how can I use it in the house, in their home, to really spark some positive energy?
Well, here's a really silly little one. You can add yellow to any of your pens. If you want somebody to pick up
that's
a pen,
adorable.
if you wanted them to journal, you can do this with any color, with any flower. We just happen
Purple
to have
journal, yellow pen.
There we go.
I love it. I
Looking
love
good.
it.
But it's like the thing with yellow, one of the statistics and the studies have shown that if you have a yellow room, and nowadays you can make different shades of yellow. You could do like a darker yellow, a lemon yellow, a lighter yellow, so it doesn't have to be the same color yellow on all four walls, but people will stay in the room longer. So if you want them to stay in the kitchen, or you want them to stay in the living room, or if you have a nice little area of sunroom, if you paint at least one of the walls yellow, the person will stay in that room longer. And that's part of the problem, because when you're living at home, you tend to go, uh-oh, where'd she go? Oh, she's back in bed. You know, it's like, okay, so we want to encourage to stay out. So a nice combo, and you as an artist know this, is that one wall yellow, another wall could be green, or a half wall green. Because green, again, relaxing, engaging, calming, as well as getting them watching the TV or listening to music. If the other wall is yellow, they will stay, they will feel better. It's almost a inner psyche kind of concept of saying, you said it when you introduced the word yellow, it just makes you smile.
Yeah. This really sounds like a happy place that you're helping us create for these, for the patients, the people, that they can live in a nice, comfortable place and feel like they're surrounded by happiness. I like that. I really do. So another thing is, I am wearing yellow, Ruth, but not everybody looks good in yellow. And
You do, don't
well,
worry.
thank you, thank you. But I've asked you before if someone hates a color, but if you don't want to wear yellow, and yellow's a good color to wear when you come in to see someone because it does give off the positive energy, what else could I wear? Accessorize. What can I do to use the yellow?
You said it, accessorize. So here I have accessorized. I might come in this outfit with a yellow pen. I might have a yellow scarf. You're wearing a white hat today, but the hat could be yellow. Any of the colors that we've talked about, red, green, blue, purple, yellow, all of those, you don't have to actually put your whole body in it from head to toe.
That's good to know.
Absolutely. You can even have like a yellow purse, so it's bright. I've talked about previously, and I want to say it again so that really people will hear this, where if you have like a bright yellow purse and you're out in a park or in a grocery store or a department store, you're easy to pick out. One of the things that's brand new in this world, a lot of these places now have security guards at the front. So I know my local grocery store does. So when you walk in with the person that you are caretaking for, the person with the cognitive loss, you could say hello to the guard. Hi, I'm wearing yellow today, and my friend, spouse, relative, whoever this is that you're walking with, is also we're both dressed in purple. Aren't we cute? And then go about your business. You've lost them, you've turned away, you're looking to pick whichever strawberries you want, and you turn around and your loved one's missing. They're gone. Well, even if they try and leave the store where you are, the security guard will remember because they'll say, oh, yeah, I remember you said the two of you were all dressed in yellow or purple or green. Oh, your friend just left 2 minutes ago, because you've triggered people to remember who they are. So caregiving is one of the hardest things you can do, and we want it to be a team effort.
It is.
We want the professionals to help you, but we also want your neighbors, the friends, the people that work in the stores. And one of the ways you can help them help you is use color. You know, every time we go to the park, he's going to wear a pretty green shirt. And so he's the park guy. We know him, he wears the green. So he's identified. Same thing, maybe every time you go to the department store or the grocery store or wherever, they're always wearing yellow. So things that help others identify and remember the person that you love and are taking care of.
Wow, Ruth, you've thought of everything, from the community to the home. This is fantastic, so helpful. I mean, never would have thought of these things on my own, and will definitely make leaving the house, staying in the house, a much more comfortable thing for me to have to deal with. So I really appreciate your help, Ruth. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, and thanks to everyone who's listening to us today. In closing, we hope we found this information about the color yellow and green very helpful. If you'd like more information as a caregiver, as a superhero, please feel free to call us at 240-777-3000 and look for our shows where we discuss other colors. Thank you.